Okay, coming up, coming up. Okay, here we go. Ready? Should be.
The stock market, meaning companies, new highs.
I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. They're nuts. They know nothing.
An online network called Internet.
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
Welcome, my degenerates. The rest of your life starts right now on Market Mania, presented by Kalshi. This is the no bullshit approach to all markets, including election betting, cryptocurrency, and of course, the largest casino in the world, the US stock market. We are back, baby. Big shout to Kalshi for seeing the vision. We are going to bring you another election season of just absolute insanity. And Tony, what better way to start Market Mania 2.0 than with the Kalshi presidential betting market? Look at what we have here. It is 50-50 total coin flip. I mean, you can't get any better than this to start what is going to be an absolute insane election season, full with live USA legal betting on it. Matt Glantz, where is your money going this year?
I mean, it's a total coin flip, my God. Every state that is a swing state is within the margin of error right now. So really nobody knows what's going on. And, it looks like the electoral vote's going to be something like 272 to 266, 270, 268, something really close. So, it's really a dead coin flip. And if you can get 6-5 on either side, you got to take it right now.
Brett Ritchie, I know you got thoughts on betting on the upcoming election.
Yeah, I agree with Matt. I think that you have, a lot of support on each side. I would say the Democrats are kind of like the Lannisters, right? They're this coordinated. They're much more coordinated than the Republicans. They have a more fringe, like you're bringing in the RFKs, you're bringing in the Tulsis. Then you have Trump and the sort of traditional GOP, which aren't necessarily the best of friends, but they're trying to unite these sort of ragtag crew to take on the Democrats. But the Democrats, they are very good at winning elections. They're very coordinated. And so even if their candidate isn't that strong, which I think has been the case in recent years, their machine is still very powerful. So I can see the logic in betting on them if you get a good price.
Now, could we pull up either Pennsylvania or the popular vote market? There's the popular vote market, so you can see Kamala is just essentially destroying Trump in the popular vote. I mean, Glantz, is this how you see it running? Is there any world where Donald Trump wins the popular vote here?
Well, I think last election, Biden beat Trump by 7 million, or either 7 million or 9 million votes, something like that.
It was a lot.
So it's unlikely that's gonna flip. That's a lot of votes.
And Brett brought up Pennsylvania.
Well, I like long shot odds on Trump in some ways. Like, I don't think Kamala can blow out Trump. I think there's a world where he can blow out Kamala. But the problem is, I think that too many of the Trumpers like to bet and they're a bit delusional. So you're never going to get a good price on, like, I don't think it's 3-1 he's going to win the popular vote. Maybe if you get 10-1, that becomes a little more interesting. But I think there's kind of too much delusional Trump money out there to get a good price on, a long shot Trump.
So I've been doing a bunch of back of the napkin 270 to win. There's a lot of fun sites you can click around and see which way the swing states go if you think, and then predict the who is going to win based on the Electoral College. Pull up Pennsylvania, because all of my math has it coming down to Pennsylvania. Like, it looks like, Michigan, Wisconsin go blue, and it looks like Georgia, Arizona. Who cares about Nevada? It's only 6 votes, doesn't matter. But Pennsylvania, I think, I don't know. I mean, Brett, have you been looking at this? It looks like Pennsylvania decides the election.
Home state of Pittsburgh. Elon was wearing a terrible towel at the football game the other night. Yeah, I think it's really the key. I think it's hard to lose PA and win. I would be very surprised. I would be curious to see a market on that. Like if someone losing Pennsylvania and still winning the election, I think you get long shot odds there. I don't think it's necessarily a good bet. But yeah, I mean, I'm from Western PA, which is more Trump territory, and then Eastern PA is more Kamala turf.
All right. And with that, we are going to look at one of the other big stories, at least hitting my crypto Twitter feed today, and that is going to be HBO's documentary on who is, they say HBO is like coming hard with this. I mean, Brett Ritchie, I don't know, I know you've seen this too. They think they know who Satoshi is, and that documentary drops today. What do you think?
I'm curious who they reveal it as, or who they think it is. I'm still skeptical that that's actually who it is. But I'm curious, I'm going to watch it. I think that the Len Sasserman guy is a popular, people on Twitter are speculating about this guy. I think it's a little interesting. He killed himself in 2011 after Bitcoin launched, before it took off, kind of around the time Satoshi disappeared. So he was involved early. I think it's possibly him. And then I like Paul LaRue. Is this just like brazen? He's like a sick programmer, but then he was also murdering people and like selling drugs and arms dealing. And now he's in prison, and he got locked up around the same time Satoshi disappeared. So those are my two picks, that it'll be one of those guys. But there's Adam back or whatever. There's more speculation out there.
As a 2011 Bitcoin guy, you guys know that I've been banging it for a long time. I think you can guaranteed to be disappointed at whoever HBO fingers as Satoshi. My money's on the CIA at this point, but that's even a low confidence bet. And and Len Sasserman's a total G, by the way, from back in the day. I don't think he was Satoshi though. Matt Glantz, what do you think about the HBO Satoshi documentary?
I mean, can we be certain that Satoshi is not Donald Trump? I mean, he tells us time and time again how smart he is, how he's passed the highest scores on all the tests.
There is your hottest take on that. Now, Matt Glantz, a topic that you have to be dialed in on. It's Hurricane Mania. You've seen the Atlantic hurricane season heat up. A essentially unprecedented Hurricane Milton is heading really right into your backyard here. Matt Glantz, Hurricane Mania, Milton coming after you. What you got on this?
Yeah, I'm a Floridian, so I'm going to get hit hard here. But I'm in the Palm Beach area. It's good. It's looking like it's going to hit more towards Tampa and then Orlando. Probably we'll just get the fringes of it. But more importantly, this is one of the top 10 storms of all time in the Western Hemisphere already, with winds exceeding 180 miles per hour. And so it's probably going to be one of the biggest natural disasters we've seen in the United States in quite some time. So you would think that our politicians would be working together, but then you get, this Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, fighting with Kamala, the day before the hurricane's going to hit about, I'm not going to take your call, I'm not going to take your political, blah, blah, blah. You would think in America, we could just all come together when there's a natural disaster and put politics aside. But 2024, it's really not like that. It's really sad.
Yeah. Richie, take a look at this Kalshi market on what category hurricane hits Tampa. What do you got on that?
So most people don't realize it was category 5. I think it might be down to category 4. It might still be cat 5. But the waters get a little cooler as it goes towards Tampa. So it's likely going to be down to category 3 by the time it hits, maybe even 2, hopefully 2. But most storms intensify as they get closer to land. This one's going to dissipate a little bit.
Yeah, Richie, you got thoughts on this market? I know you do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping that the lower categories hit, right? I don't want to see a category 4 or 5 hitting Tampa. In regards to DeSantis and Kamala, though, I saw his interview and he said he's dealt with Biden and these other people the entire time they've been in office. He said he dealt with both Trump and Biden fine on hurricane. Kamala was never involved whatsoever. She's now trying to make herself involved because she's running for office. So I think it's political gamesmanship on both sides. But she had nothing to do with any of the other hurricane efforts at any point until now when she's running for president. And then she tried to throw him under the bus. He wasn't really having it, but I do agree they could both put it aside. I mean, it doesn't look good. So hoping for the best.
Not a good look for the fall of the republic here in America. And on that note, it's fun to put your money where your mouth is on all of these things. Tony, the producer, the guy that puts this whole show together, thank you very much for joining us to tell us about how we are going to gamble with you.
Guys, it is so good to be back, and I just got to thank Kelshi.com for seeing the vision for the show and helping us out and sponsoring us. They're the real reason that we get to do this, and because of them, we're going to be bringing you some top-notch election special, daily shows. We'll move over to X as well. We'll start streaming there. We'll do some spaces, giveaways. This is for real now, and we're just feeling it. We're feeling fired up. We hope you are too. So you can support us by visiting Kelshi.com/MarketMania. Put some action on their site. They're the only legal prediction market in the U.S. where you can do election betting, and you're not going to get FTX'd by these guys. You're not going to get rug pulled. They're fully CFT certified, or CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So they're the real deal, and now we're the real deal, and you can help us. Just go visit them, please. And while we're with Kelshi, one fun thing we're going to do while we're doing the show is our run-up to 25K challenge between now and Election Day on Tuesday of that November. Was it November 5th? So hopefully you guys come along for that. You sweat that with us. We're going to start with, what do we say, guys? 5K, 10K?
10K.
10K.
5K, what are we doing? How much
10K,
are we putting?
10K. Let's do 10K.
We're aiming in
sucker
10K.
We're going to deposit 10K into a Kalshi account this week and try to run it up 25K by the election. So we got a month to go from 10K to 25K. 150% return in 1 month. That's our goal. It's pretty reasonable.
Let's fucking go. The only other
we're
thing
going to show you.
Go for a brand.
We're going to show you every trade we make. So we're going to take our 10K. That's not money. That is money that comes from our pocket. That we're just going to toss in 2,500 each. Throw 10K on Kalshi. We're going to show you every single trade we make, and we're going to try to run it up to 25K by the end of the election or whatever.
Absolutely. The only other thing I want to point out is you're seeing this handsome dog on our scene here. One of our intrepid loyal fans paid us to just have his dog on screen. We were happy to accommodate that, but I just got to mention,
shout out to Roman
for sure. And the first thing he wanted to put as the text was just to mention that this dog is here to troll Matt's TDS. So I was like, let's not split the audience right away, but I just wanted to mention they're gunning for you, Matt. So I hope chat gives you a hard time, and just let's keep giving Matt a hard time here. So I'm going to get out of here. Let's wrap up this show. I think we got a pretty rocking pick of the day right after this. So thanks a lot, guys.
And thank you very much to Kalshi. And if you too want to advertise your dog on Market Mania 2.0, please, we are taking all comers at this point. We are going to come in hot because we are back, baby. And with that, when we're back, that means that every single show you are going to get a pick of the day.
Make the party rock, drive it like it's hot. Everybody stack, I'm stacking to the top.
Pick of the day, sponsored by Kalshi and Elon the dog. You gotta love it. I believe we are going to. Is it Matt Glantz first? Are we doing the pick of the day?
I think I'm first.
All right, Brett Ritchie's first. First show back, Market Mania 2.0. You're going to have to work out some of the kinks, but we are going to get super smooth for you. Brett Ritchie, what is your pick of the day?
My pick of the day, I'm going to the NASDAQ. I'm going with Oncolytics, ONCY. It is a sub-$100 million market cap. It's a biotech. It's a cancer stock. They're apparently running out of money. So this is a hot tip from a dentist down there in Maysville, Kentucky. Shout out to Jimmy. Dentist hot tips may not have the highest track record, but they got to win sometimes. And these guys are running out of money, but they just had a breakthrough with one of their drugs. It's up about 20% since Friday last week. But I like this sort of low cap NASDAQ stock where you have upside on this cancer drug. If this thing works out, it's not a $95 million stock. So it's a huge gamble. But, I mean, that's right in my wheelhouse. Long shot gambles. So ONCY.
Gotta love it. The old dentist pick. It's got to hit sometime. Matt Glantz, a little bit more dialed into the U.S. equity markets. What is your pick of the day?
I'm going with Viking Therapeutics, my gun. It's VKTX, the symbol. It's about $68 a share.
Drop it like it's hot. Everybody stack 'em, stack 'em to the top.
There you go. Wow,
First time
look at
back.
that.
First,
Check that out.
first time back, boys. First time back.
Already up $5 today. Some analysts put a price target of like 120 something, so some crazy price target. But basically, they're coming out with the oral version of Ozempic. So I think people are into not taking a needle if they don't need to, and just taking a pill. So if these guys get approved, watch for that stock.
Yeah, gotta love it. And then I have to just bet I'm firing on Kamala No for the general. That is my pick of the day. And I believe that just, prediction markets, polls, I am not so sure that everybody's wrong or that it's very difficult to predict the presidential election. I think we got kind of the same kind of secret red wave kind of brewing as last time. And then for me, it's just the pendulum always swings. If you have a Republican thing, then everybody goes Democrat, and then now you got a Democrat, everything kind of goes back Republican. So I am going to fire on the general as a Kamala No bet. Not doing a Trump yes, but doing a Kamala No. Of course, it's basically the same thing. You get a little bit of extra action on the no, and even though price is similar. A little bit easier for something to be no than for something to be yes. It probably doesn't. Only rounds to zero on that one. But that is my pick of the day, is the Kamala No market. And I do want to give yet another big shout to Kalshi for seeing the vision on Market Mania 2.0, bringing us back for another election season. This is going to be bananas leading up to the next month is going to lead up to a huge Market Mania live multi-hour election night special. If anybody remembers 4 years ago, it was off the chain. This year is going to be much bigger. Phil Hellmuth, Daniel Negreanu, Bart Hansen's coming back, and a bunch more guests. And we are going to beg you on our knees right now to like and subscribe to this show. We want to pump our rookie numbers, and we want to keep this shit on it eternally. We can run it up into a 24-hour DGen network with enough support, start giving away Lambos. I think you guys also see the vision if you're watching us right now. Market Mania show on X with your questions, DM or hit us live, and we are going to get you into the Market Mania mailbag. We have a ton of stuff for you guys over the next couple of weeks. And as always, it's been a couple of years, but we will see you tomorrow if there is a tomorrow. But for now, it is lights out.
I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have. I never sleep. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. Time to right the wrong. So your hands in the air if you like the song. If you're going over there, take it twice as long. Last time ain't talking about Tylenol. Oh, I bet you'd like to know. You can come around the way if you're trying to go. If you want to switch lanes for a pot of gold or a domino, out of control. The usual. Get mad cause I'm looking at your girl. Switch it up. I do it so much louder than everything you've heard. Everybody heard, got the word that the world wasn't turning. Act like you're in a jury of how we're turning, where I we're turning. Can't lie like this is to be burning. Don't act like you're in a daze. I imagine it look the other way. Couldn't clear space on my mind, was afraid of the time. Strobe light, like in the moonlight. I'm in the mood right now, how about tonight? My interview's tight now, I was surviving.